This video is made less for my general audience, although definitely if you're a regular viewer of mine, thanks so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. And more so for people who enjoy Payday, who watch Payday and play Payday. So thank you so much if you're watching this as either one. Either way, and if you just found this and recommended, thank you. You rock. So I decided to watch a video, as I usually do as I go to sleep, called The Out of Bounds Discoveries Iceberg Explained. It's a video by Sourcebrew. Link in the description to both the channel and the video. Sourcebrew is an excellent channel. I adore the videos that they make. They're just amazing. So, around 29-minute mark, they were talking about the complete story of Payday. If you know my history at all, you know that I love Call of Duty Zombies. I love the gameplay, I love the story, and I love the 6-hour video that I have watched about 4 times that goes over the entire Call of Duty storyline. From, haha, World War II zombies to Agatha and Dr. Monty controlling the universe with parallel universes. That was brought up in this Iceberg video, and it related to Payday. And Sourcebrew mentioned how Payday has a crazy storyline that goes from, haha, bank heist to Nephilim and gods and kings and watchers. So, ya boy naturally had to look up the video that they recommended, which was by a channel called TheKknowley. And the video was called The Complete Story of Payday. Again, link to the channel and the video in the description below. In one of the videos that I watched, and I wish I could go back and find if I've watched about, I don't know, 30 videos in the last 2 days, so there's no possible way I'm going to be able to find it, but TheKknowley mentioned how it would be interesting to see somebody who's never played Payday 2 play Payday 3 in the video. I've never played Payday 2. And the 4-hour, 13-minute, and 28-second video called The Complete Story of Payday by TheKknowley got me on the side of, I want to play Payday. So I played Payday. But not Payday 2, and not Payday the Heist, Payday 3. I have almost no knowledge about Payday in general. I know very, 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 very minimal about the Payday series. Like, I can't express how little I know about it. The only thing I know is the lore, because of that 4-hour and 13-minute video. Literally from the enemies to how the game works, I don't know how it operates, and I thought, I know everybody states Payday 2 is a superior game. I'm aware of that. Trust me, I know. I have friends who will still say to me, never buy Payday 3. Buy Payday 2. But, again, I thought it would be fun, while it's on sale for $25, to buy Payday 3 without playing Payday 2, and just play the game and see how somebody who has no experience with the Payday series possibly either hates or enjoys the time that they have playing the game. I'm going to tell you right now, if you are a master heister and you struggle to watch people who are bad at this game, this might be a video to skip out on, because I suffered immensely on not just the first heist, but on hard difficulty, playing with AI, not even solo. Listen, I'm good at video games. I swear I'm good at video games. It's a tough game to play when you never played it before. So, as a new player, here is my experience playing Payday 3 without ever touching Payday 1 or Payday 2. Let's get into the video. Not expecting to see that I had to create an account, I was caught a little bit off guard, but I later learned that crossplay is actually a thing in Payday 3. And I have to admit, that is, I can't really fault them for that. I think crossplay is only ever positive. I think crossplay can only ever improve experiences and helps unify people on different platforms. I have always been an advocate for crossplay and specifically cross progression. Now, am I happy about having to make an account? No, but if it's between making an account or not being able to continue my progression in another platform, if I ever want to pick this up on, say, PS5 or Xbox One X, yeah, I will happily make an account. Although it still did catch me off guard. But I know, kudos to the Payday team. I think that's awesome. I don't know if that was in Payday 2, but immediately we're off to a pretty good start. To create an account? Oh, fine. After finally loading into the game, I was excited to turn down the music, but instead was faced with being able to opt out of game site, being able to opt out of something called telemetry. I don't even know still what telemetry is, and being able to opt in to crossplay. I'm glad that they give you the option at least, but I chose obviously to opt in to crossplay. And then I was thinking, oh great, now I can finally turn the music down, only to be met with the tutorial. So on to the tutorial. Do I want to do the tutorial? Yeah, that's probably best.
This is the combat training area.
Okay.
Mask up and get into position when you're ready to get started.
Alright, let's do this.
Oh, I talk apparently.
I've hired some people
I
to
didn't put
act
my
as
mask
cops.
on. Okay.
Try not to hurt them too much.
Can I kill them?
I can't promise anything on that.
How do I? Alright, I'm talking.
Time to do the thing.
The tutorial was pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory, not a whole lot went into it. I will say it's very obvious that Payday 3, and as a new player, I think this is kind of great, is made for not so much people just entering the series, because I think everybody knows that if you're going to enter Payday 3, you almost certainly have experience with Payday 2, and if you know Payday 2, you know the enemies, you know the gunplay, you know the weapons, you know the blah 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 blah, you know everything. It's just another Payday game. There's nothing really super different about Payday 3 compared to Payday 2 when it comes to the mechanics. Certainly there's differences, I'm sure, but I think that the point comes down to, if you're new to the game and you don't remember, then go ahead and play the tutorial, because the lady talking, the guy talking, your character, so many things went into this that were quite literally just, I could tell I was on the wrong end of the marketing spectrum. So that was interesting, but it was basically exactly what you imagined. Gunplay is like Call of Duty, so I picked that up pretty easily. Aiming, I usually play with a controller. I could play this with controller, but if I'm going to play Payday 3 on the PC, I'm going to play on the PC. I'm not going to do any of this Fallout 76 stuff where I play with a controller, so I want to have the most authentic experience possible, that being with mouse and keyboard, which I think that did a lot of bad to my aiming, but we're going to cross that bridge when we get there. But no, the tutorial itself was pretty simple, pretty easy. Not a whole lot went into it. There's not a whole lot to say. If you've never played it before, maybe because if you did pick up Payday 3, just skip it. You're not missing anything. The only thing is, I guess, a lady talking, which I don't know if she's important or not. I don't know. I don't know anything, man. I'm just here playing a game for the first time. So, tutorial, 10 out of 10. Very fun. Very cool. Would heist again. After that lovely tutorial, I decided to look around a little bit at the loadouts, at the skills, and the buffs, and the masks, where I saw this one mask that not only reminded me of Fortnite, but also reminded me of a certain song that I think everybody loves and knows and has dear to their hearts. Oh, it's pretty cool. 10 kills on the board right now, just wiped out Tomato Town. After that joyous find, I decided to start up the first heist. Now, this first heist had a cutscene, and it was fine. It reminded me a lot of the Call of Duty Zombies cutscenes after it became not so great in Black Ops 4, with the old Victus Crew style, where it was just like cardboard cutouts moving along the screen instead of an actual 3D rendering. The only thing that I'm confused about this cutscene with, I could be totally stupid and wrong, if they're heisters and they're stealing gold and diamonds and they're killing thousands of officers and cops across the world, and they go into DC and everything else, are you really telling me that they had their accounts frozen and they don't have any money? So what? They got, like, let's say $3 billion worth of gold over the course of their heisting careers. They didn't keep any of that. So all of their gold, all of their diamonds, all their jewelry, it's just in the bank. The banks that they know how to rob. I don't know, man. That's a little, I'm just saying, I could be totally wrong. I think that is a little far-fetched, but that's me. Again, this is my first Payday. I don't know how this world works. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, regardless, it came time to choose difficulty. And for difficulty, I was thinking about doing normal. I considered it. I'm pretty good at first-person shooter, so I think I can handle hard. We'll get into why this decision was a little bit interesting a little bit later, but it was certainly a decision I decided, and it was a decision that I do stand by. I just think it might have been the wrong decision for this being my first ever Payday heist. But regardless, let's jump into the actual heist itself. Let's do I think I can handle hard. I'm sure I can handle it. It's invite only anyway. It's just me. Now, getting to the world of Payday was remarkably easy compared to what I expected. I had gotten myself into this mindset of, you know, being the third installment of the game series, there's no way I'm going to be able to understand even the most minute of details within the level. There's no way I'm going to be able to fully comprehend the skills and the weapons and the loadouts and everything else and blah 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 blah. I jump in, and there's a guy on the phone talking about rattlesnakes, there's a person talking about investments at the bank, there's a cop just kind of standing guard, talking to himself a little bit about his surroundings. It's a very well-made atmosphere. The atmosphere in Payday 3 is pretty remarkable. I'm not going to lie. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. There were magazine racks that had covers on the magazines that I thought even reminded me of Fallout. They were so close to reality, I guess would be the way I would put it. So it was very easy to immerse myself, and the fact that it felt real, I think, pushed me along, because as you're going to see, there were times where I was questioning if I should just scrap this whole video idea as it was, but I decided to push through, and I'm glad I did, because it was honestly a very rewarding experience. But that's just the atmosphere, that's just the level design. The NPCs around were awesome. Okay, what about the gameplay? Well, I know you can stealth, and I know you can, quote, go loud, unquote. My thing is, I had assumed as somebody who's never played a Payday game, stealthing would be easy compared to going loud. Yeah, so that was wrong. I didn't realize that the mechanics of the game, they were different than my expectations. So I tried stealthing, running under cameras, not being spotted. Completely and utterly failed. A search started. That search turned into a warning. The warning turned into me being spotted, I guess, which turned into shooting guards, which then I found out that you can use people as a human shield and tie them up, and there's something about negotiation time. And then I shot a guard in the back of the head while he was surrendering, and for whatever reason, the game punished me for shooting a surrendering enemy. Like, what is this? Geneva? 1917, 18, like, come on, you know, what is this? Come on. In my defense, okay, I thought he's a guard, so it wouldn't matter. It turns out it matters. You can't just randomly shoot civilians and surrendering guards. Sorry, I thought we were heisters, not soldiers, but you know what? Okay, I guess professionals have standards. And to be fair, the game does allow you to do it. It punishes you, but it does allow you. So, all that combined, overall, the stealth thing was not the best idea to start with, but it gave me a good introduction to how objectives work. Civilian, he's a guard. The guards not count. Now, one thing I noticed with Payday 3 was specifically the objective markers are not the best. I don't know how to describe it. There is definitely a part of it where I take default for just not realizing, oh, the marker's on the roof and the bags are there, and you just gotta say, okay, well, if that's a bag and the objective on the top left says put the bag in the thermite, then that's the bag to put the thermite in. The poison for Cusco, made specifically for Cusco. That's that kind of idea, right? Thing is, it's not, I don't feel it's clear. There were times where I would get not just lost, but I would feel kind of without direction, kind of like directionless. And I don't know if that specifically was on me, if that's on the game, if that's on the lack of clarity with the objective markers and the objectives themselves, and maybe I just didn't pay enough attention. I honestly don't know. Something in me did not click with the objective markers. The worst of it was at the end when I complete the heist, spoiler, which we'll get to in the second attempt. But in this attempt, it was basically just go in, fail stealth, kill a bunch of cops and guards, go down to the second floor from the roof, plant the thermite. You know how this stuff works, right? Well, I learned what zappers are.
They've got zappers.
What's a zapper?
Fuck! It's a zapper!
I wasted the fucking zapper.
Oh, that was a zapper. And B, what I thought would be not powerful, but, you know, helpful, smashing the butt of a assault rifle into a guy's face did almost nothing. Like, I stood there, as you could see here, and it just did nothing. The guy just shook it off like it was a butterfly, so whatever. And, in my panic, I learned that, there is indeed fall damage in this game.
Dallas is going down.
Alright, so there is fall damage. Yeah, it's not very helpful in this situation right now. Come on. Chains! 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 Chains are right here!
Shit. Dallas is in custody.
Here comes the drop.
This looks interesting. A WixCF executive has a safe deposit box in this very bank. Get you out of there as soon as possible.
Huh? Can I restart? Yes, I can. Okay. Quick editor's note. I am now recording this audio clip in June of 2024. Everything you heard before this was in January of 2024. So it's been a few months. I'm busy. I'm sorry. I've been cooking this video for too long. It's going to get burnt before soon. So let's continue. I decided to, on this run, give myself a little bit more time, and to be frank, I did better. I got some people tied up before I went loud. I was able to get some hostages, and, you know, other things prepared. I was able to understand the game better this time around. So that's exactly what I did. And I was doing great. I felt confident in it all. And then I found out that if you fire a weapon during negotiations, that the game doesn't really appreciate you doing that. Oh, that resets the timer. Okay. I didn't realize that.
I'm tracking another assault team.
Oh.
They'll be there in about 30 seconds.
So you can't shoot. Okay. Nothing interesting happened for quite a while here. There were certainly points of interest that I didn't expect, one of which being that ammo became scarce. I don't know if that's playing by myself, relying on the skill of myself and the bots, and myself being somebody who never plays this game before. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I don't know if it had to do with my bad aim using mouse and keyboard, and controller sometimes. We're going to focus on mouse and keyboard because I never use it. I don't know if it had to do with quite a lot, but I just struggled with ammunition way more than I thought I would. It was really interesting because there's very few times in games that I find I have that issue. Not a lot of games make ammo the primary source of concern, so that was a little, I don't want to call it stressful, but a little panic-inducing in a good way. It's nice to have that adrenaline a little bit. I definitely need to work on my aim, and not just with guns, but grenades. I almost blew myself up with grenades. Twice. And then, after everything was said and done, I'll just fast forward. Again, nothing of interest happened. To getting into the room with the money, and I actually learned about something I had never heard about. I learned about die packs. I didn't know it was a real thing. Never heard of that. Is that a real thing?
Shit. Time to move.
Finally, the end was in sight. This had been, honestly, a very fun journey. This whole heist felt more like an experience than a game. That sounds really stupid, but having grown up surrounded by Payday 2, I was so excited to be able to play a Payday game, even though it wasn't Payday 2, and I should have played Payday 2, I admit that. Payday 3, again, I just wanted the experience of playing a Payday game without ever playing any other, and I wanted that to be with Payday 3 to see how I like it, and so far it was great. That was until two things. One, do you remember the issue I brought up earlier about the markers on the map with just indications of where certain things are in the world? I spent, I want to say, I'm seeing 14 and a half minutes running around trying to figure out how to lower the Bollards. Okay, let me take a step back and explain. I don't know what a bollard is. It's even still, I get it. They're the things that raise up in the road, I guess. Listen, I come from a small USA rural town, alright? I'm halfway to a country boy as far as you're gonna get. I never seen these things before. I've been to 1, 2 cities at most, and I have never seen Bollards, quote unquote, in my actual real world life. I've never seen those, so I didn't know what I was looking for, number one. Number two, the way to lower them is in the middle of this area so that the getaway driver can get to. I was so confused. I was struggling so bad. It was a very long time running around. I'm shocked I survived as long as I did. But that's issue number one. The second issue is I learned what a cloaker is. Oh, what the heck? What was that? Oh my word! Oh, that scared me. Oh, what was that? Holy crud! What the heck? Oh man! Ooh, ooh. Alright, alrighty. That scared me. I don't understand how to lower the bollards. That thing is what the heck? I then learned that the NPCs can in fact revive you, which absolutely saved this run. Oh, okay. They can revive you. Good to know. And then it happened. Right here? Are you serious after all this time? Oh my word. Oh my word, no way. No way. Oh, you're not dead. After everything was said and done, it was going concerningly smooth, and the bollards were down, everything was done, the money was gathered, I felt good about it. I really enjoy how strong some of the guns feel. I mean, at least the one I used all session, it felt good. The gunplay felt amazing. The graphics are awesome. I have a lot of good to say about this game. I really do. Without comparing it to anything. And, you know, the enemy variety is not bad, at least for the first mission. For all intents and purposes, I'm looking at this as a tutorial mission, to be frank with you, but it's not that bad. Unfortunately, the ballers were raised up again, but now I at least knew where I was going, and I have to walk around 15 minutes blindly trying to look for these stupid things. It was going so well, and then you had to steal a certain amount of money. So I was like, what the heck? Not enough money? Really? Whatever. Go back, get a dyed package of money, because apparently they don't care, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but whatever. Come back to the car, and on my way, almost get absolutely demolished, which is fun. Oh! You're not going to be the ruiner. Dozer, you will be. Oh, sniper. Oh, taser. And with all that said and done, the mission came to an end. Did we do it? Did I do it? I did it!
Great work, people.
Wow!
It is such a handy tool.
Oh. Yay. Yay. Oh, man. I mean, it's not great, but I'll take it. I didn't fail. I'll take a not fail. So overall, I wanted to just take a minute and talk about Payday 3 from the perspective of somebody who never played Payday before. If I may. In the end, I, honest to goodness, had fun. Now, I played by myself. I had the NPCs to help me. I didn't have anybody to play with at the time that I was aware of. Yada, yada, yada. A lot of things I could say there. But on the whole, I had a really good time. Like, I honestly, truly did. And I can only imagine what Payday 2 must have been like to see my favorite character from any movie ever, that being Jimmy from Hardcore Henry, be thrown into this Keanu Reeves, John Wick universe, original Fortnite style, random Hotline Miami. I mean, so many intellectual properties thrown into Payday 2. And to see how loved that game was by the developers, by the community, by the fans, by the players, by the people who own the studio, you name it. I mean, to see all of that and just how much people enjoyed it, and to go from that to, quite frankly, a game that is empty. You know, I understand that people are going to have a very adverse reaction to that, and they should. They absolutely should, especially with there was something about an offline mode a few months ago being added into this game, and there was a lot of things that just should have been in the game to begin with, and they just weren't. You know, that's what it comes down to, is as long as they can fix this game, they could pull a Starfield. Yeah, right. I hope they don't. They could pull a that game in space that never ends. I forget what the name was, but you know, for me personally, I thoroughly loved it. This was a very fun experience. I want to play more. It does take up a lot of gigabytes, and I don't know if I am going to keep it installed forever, but it's been installed since, so it's a good time. And without comparing it to anything else as its own standalone game, yeah, this is a good game. I honestly, I enjoyed it, and I don't have many issues at all. Again, you bring in the comparison of Payday 2. I'm not qualified to talk on that, but I'm sure, based on what I've seen, that it is not comparable. I mean, I see what that game had and what it went through, and the attention and love and care it got. You see the cutscenes. And I hate to say it, maybe the game has always been like this, the Payday series. The heisters' money was really frozen. 6 months later, man, I still have an issue with that. Like, come on. You know, like, that's unrealistic. That is so unrealistic. I think that is the stupidest thing in the world. They wouldn't diversify their portfolio. Really? You're telling me that these expert heisters wouldn't diversify their portfolio? Stupid. But other than that, and the also very, very cheap cutscene in the beginning of the heist as well, which, whatever. No, this was good. I really enjoyed it, and I recommend Payday 3 to people if you haven't played Payday 2 and you don't know what you're looking at. That said, I recommend more than Payday 3 to try Payday 2 first. Don't do what I did, because I think you're going to have much more fun time playing Payday 2 than you ever will with Payday 3, at the very least for the next year or two. That's my assumption. But, hey, again, standalone game. It felt like a weird mix of Call of Duty, Ghost Recon, and Rainbow Six Siege, and I enjoyed that. I really, really did. It was very fun. I like the mechanics. There's a lot to master there. There's a lot to kind of take as your own, and I hope I start playing it more. So that's all I got for you guys today. You can click off the video now if you want to hear this, but to my usual audience, please let me know, and also non-usual audience, let me know what you think of this. I've never done a commentary video like this, and it's a lot more work than I thought it would be. Talking over a game footage is one thing. Matching the game footage up to what you're saying and trying to think of what to say before you say it without even scripting it, let alone imagining what it would be like if you script it, this is a very different beast. And depending how this video does, this could get 10 views, which is fine. This could get, 100 views, which would be really darn cool. I don't know how this is going to do. I've never done something like this before, so please tell me what you think about this. Tell me how you feel. I just did 3 hard P's. I could see the spikes on the audio. I am so sorry. Please tell me what you think of this video. I really would appreciate the feedback, and I appreciate you guys. I really do. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. I should make an update video, but there's no point because nothing's going to change. My schedule for work is insane. I'm working until 9:30 at night some days, going in for 11, and 6-day weeks sometimes. It's very, very chaotic, and I don't have the time that I had during winter to focus solely on this, let alone the funds. So I'm sorry that I've been gone for so long. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to do the Halo stuff with Superbench. I'm sorry for a lot. I really am. And I want you guys to know that I really do love you guys. I want to start doing maybe like a Bible verse a day or something. I don't know. Maybe a chapter. from the Bible Steam game, which feels weird to say. I want to do something daily. I had the Year Daily Zero going, and again, A, funds, and B, the editing time that it took. I'm not making money from this, so I couldn't justify it. There's a lot behind the scenes that is stopping me from being able to put forward my best foot, and I'm very sorry for that. But if this does well, and if you guys enjoy this, maybe you'll see a few more of these, and hopefully it won't take 6 months to do. If this doesn't do well, at least I did it. It's like the Sound of Freedom movie review. That was very fun. I wouldn't mind doing another movie review one day, but for now, this is, I think this is good. So, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and if you stuck to the very end, I truly, heart of hearts, appreciate you. And please, above all, remember, somebody somewhere does love you, even if they don't know it yet. You guys have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you soon. Have a good day, you guys. And as always, I love you. Bye, guys.